Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the...
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
3 yards.
So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Rams.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. O'Shane Ximines with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Back to throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now it's Carson. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's second and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That ties the
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
23-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
Now the second down throw on target. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Point after here coming up.
The extra point.
And it is up.
His kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
10. Seahawks 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Now 3rd and 2.
So third down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fielded at the 20. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The tackle by O'Shane Zimenez.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 26-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there. His guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. of the gun. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Sets up.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
31's the mic. Come on, D. Further. 19. 31's the mic. Come on, D. 31's the mic. And let's pin it.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Let's go, defensive step.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. They'll throw now on the final play. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
A loss of 1. It's now third and...
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's watching that play unfold and watching him complete it. Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Lockett. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run, applies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll look to throw. And he's got Miller. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams just continue to pour it on.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. 3rd down here.
Incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
We got double up, double up. 24 is the mic. Hey, let's get in them holes. Check, 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 check.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
A yard on the play. And it's 3rd.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check 50, check 50. Check 4, check 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
7-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Rams 41, Seahawks 10. Michael Dixon to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch. They got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Metcalf once again the target. On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Rams 41, Seahawks 17. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
56, Mike 56. Here we go, G, get off the field. Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
41. Seahawks 23.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with it back. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striking down to the 47-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 on the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
1st and 10.
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
14. Rush in. Four down.
On 1st down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
31's the mic. Let's go. 31's the mic. In your face.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, he's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Today's final score, Rams 41.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.